So a couple of days ago, I got most of the mowing done on the west side of the farm here. There's probably like 2 hours, maybe 3 left of mowing, and I should be able to get that knocked out maybe later today, depending on the weather. If not, it'll probably be sometime tomorrow. We got a field day on Wednesday, so we're working on doing that. We're working on moving the last bit of corn that we have in bins yet. Between this week and next week, we'll get that done. And right now, I'm working on installing those Kondex Straw Claw Blades in our chopper. Our chopper knives, as you can see, are pretty well shot. There's no way that these would have really done much damage this fall. So on the top here I have the Kondex Straw Claw Blade, and on the bottom here you have the traditional John Deere OEM knife. And as you can see, Kondex did away with the wing, as John Deere still has the wings. They believe, John Deere does, that the wing helps throw the residue out better, whereas Kondex did away with the knife, believing that you do not need the wings. Kondex uses laser cladding, as you can see with these ridges here. So what that means is that it's going to continually sharpen as it continually wears over time. So it's going to wear in between these grooves and continue to stay sharp. So these knives are definitely going to improve rotor balance, improve the residue breakdown, and a better distribution of residue, and also improve our overall chopper performance here, especially with these knives continually staying sharp then. So these chopper blades have a 2 bushing design, an inner bushing and an outer bushing. The knife is going to wear on the outer bushing, and it's going to cause a groove on about half of it. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see that. Maybe, maybe not, if it'll focus, if not. But so when it's put together, where the inner bushing is in already, and the groove up on top there, the knife is going to pivot on that groove up on top, causing it, or on that bushing there, causing it to form a groove up on this top here. It's not going to make a groove down in this bottom half because it's not wearing and pivoting down there. It's pivoting up top. So since we are not going to replace these bushings, what we're going to do is we're going to mark the center part of that groove on the deepest part of it, knowing that that would be the center, and mark a mark on the other side of it, and put that groove facing down so that way it wears evenly then on the other side, so we don't have to replace these, since these are very expensive to replace. That should be enough. There we go. So it's Saturday, and it's been a few days since I replaced all the knives on the chopper. We ended up today replacing this chute piece that comes off the back of the chopper. I don't know, that was, I think, about $1,000 to replace that whole entire piece in there, so. But it figures anything painted John Deere green is always expensive to replace, so. If you remember back when Barry came out that day when I was mowing with the 4630 and the Batwing, that day, him and Dad ended up messing around with these concaves and got them all set and ready to go for harvest. So they ended up taking two of the max thresh out and replacing those with the max round like what they recommended for corn and soybeans. Corn, for concaves, they recommend one max thresh and the rest be max round. And for beans, they recommend for normal conditions, one max thresh and the rest be max round. But as conditions get tougher, or if you encounter more green stem beans, they recommend throwing in one more max thresh in the front. So you'd run two max thresh and then the remaining four be max round. We're going to try it with one max thresh. See how that goes. We may end up throwing in the second max thresh. That's why we still have the board for changing a concave, since we lay a piece of plywood in there for when we drop the concaves down. It's just our process that we found the easiest way to, at least for us, to change these concaves. These were very awesome to run with the 3 max thresh and the 3 max round. That was perfect for running wheat. The samples that we were taking, unbelievably clean. The cleanest samples we've ever had harvesting wheat. And the concave setup that we ran before was 2 small wire concaves in the front, and then the third concave we ran a round bar, the OEM round bar with the inserts in it, and most of the time we were relatively clean. But these, they took us to a whole new level of being clean on our samples, and we're very impressed with these. We absolutely love them. I will have the concaves and the knives linked down below. We're very excited about running the knives. We can't wait to see what the residue looks like after it goes through the chopper this year. As far as the combine goes, this thing is pretty much ready to roll for harvest. There is 2 things I need to add yet to it. The camera system yet from Dakota Micro, which I will have a video on that once I have it installed. It's partially installed just because I worked on it a little bit before wheat, and I knew I wasn't going to have time before wheat to finish it. So sometime here this next week, I will be getting that done. Also, I need to get a Midland radio in here, and that way that's good to go for communication this fall. And there's a possibility, that's why we had the covers off, the back separator grates here, that we may be replacing this front separator grate with a aftermarket John Deere design separator grate that they actually run in rice combines. Some of you may have seen their newer style separator grates with the disruptor bars in here to help disrupt the crop out of the residue, to help get the grain out of the residue. We're not entirely sure if we're willing to spend that money right now or if we're going to wait till next year to do that, but we're very excited that they have come out with a design like that because we feel that would be very beneficial to run. But yeah, this thing's pretty well ready to roll. So harvest, as far as beans go, we have beans that are actually pretty much ready today. But when will we start? Probably not yet for another week, if not even a week and a half yet, depending on if it rains. No, we did not go to a 40 or 45 yet, but 95% sure we will be doing something with a head next year. This year, it just didn't really work out with the timing. There was a couple on auction that we did pass up, but next year, for sure, there is a 5% chance we might not, but we're fairly positive that we're going to go to something bigger. Now, I'm not saying we're going to go to a 45 for sure, or a 40 or 45 for sure. I mean, I don't, whichever one we decide to go with is what we're going to go with. But in regards to which head I would rather have, I would much rather have a 45 over a 40. But that's just my opinion. So, anyways, like I said, harvest is coming up fast, so look out for videos on that. This year, I will be working on trying to do at least 4 videos a week, if not more. So be on the lookout for that. And anyways, thanks for watching, guys. And I will have the Kondex KX7 Concaves and the Straw Claw Blades linked below. So if you want to check those out, you can. And otherwise, thanks for watching, guys.